Hi, and welcome to this gentle practice. So today we're going to just start off in a seated position. So you could be sat on a chair or you can be sat on the floor like me, just with all the movements. If you know something doesn't work for you, just adjust it accordingly. Don't push too hard, don't go too far. We're just starting to warm up the body, starting to get everything moving, okay? And with time, you'll be able to expand what you can do, okay? So we're gonna start off with our toes. So in a seated position, so you could be on a chair, we're just gonna get our toes moving. So just squeezing the toes. Just bringing our focus down to our toes. Then we're gonna bring the toes back and forwards, really squeezing, releasing. So the feet are our foundation, all right? They're the foundation of our body. So really important to get these moving and working properly. Now we're gonna rotate round to the side. We're starting to slow our breathing down, slowing the movement. So going really nice and slow. Changing direction. Just paying attention now, noticing the body's starting to feel warm. We're getting blood to this area, getting synovial fluids through the joints. Okay, next we're going to go into the knees. So we're just going to bend one knee and then we're going to straighten that leg. So breathe in as we straighten the leg. Long breath out as we relax that leg. Breathing in and out. I'm not really looking to stretch too much here at the moment. Breathing in, just looking to start warming up that joint. Next, we're going to rotate that joint. So gently rotating around. Breathing out as the joint comes back in as we straighten that leg. Trying to lengthen the exhale. Long exhale, slowing down, changing direction. So again, we're not trying to challenge too much on this. Changing legs. Breathing in, straightening that leg, long exhale, slowing down. Rotation. Slowing down, changing direction. So these basic movements you should, if you've got knee pain or hip problems, you should be doing every day. You should be warming up your knees and your joints before we're doing these big walks and things. Okay, resting there. Okay, next we're going into hamstrings. So just that basic warm up every day is really important. So breathing in, reaching tall. Breathing out, folding down. So being careful if you're sat in a chair not to reach too far to start with. But just warming up the hamstrings. If you're in a chair, probably keeping your back a bit straighter, not rolling your back down, just warming up the hamstrings to start with, being gentle. Breathing out, folding down. Breathing in, reaching tall. And out. And again, if you're in a chair, you probably don't want to have your arms out. It creates a long lever, so you probably just want to do this with your arms by your side, using your head to be tall, breathing out, coming down. And out. Releasing there, just relaxing down for a full breath, and in, and out. Filling up the belly as we breathe in, coming up nice and strong. And we're just getting into a standing position now. So feet just outside shoulder width. And again, with our feet now, what we want to be doing, we want a nice arch. So we're going to be stood on our heel right round here. Yeah, that's where we want the pressure when we're standing and when we're squatting. All right. So from here, we're just going to get those nice arches going, and we're just going to rotate gently. Okay. You can speed up if you're comfortable with this. You're just gradually working up the body. Squeezing those feet into a lovely arch position. Resting there. Okay, so now we're going to get our arms warm. So we're going to twist our wrists, warming up the wrists, the elbows, breathing into the belly, so filling up the belly as we reach tall. Breathing out, really warming up, squeezing those arms down, pinning the shoulder blades down. Breathing in, reaching tall, filling up the belly. Noticing if we have a tendency to have an empty belly as we reach tall, we want a full belly. And out. So maybe that means initially you can't reach as tall. Breathe in. Fill up the belly. Reach tall with a full belly. Press the belly out. And out. Getting those shoulders down. Breathe in, one more. Big reach up, stretch everything. And out. Next, we're just going to get into the neck. So gently, just breathing in, looking up. Long breath out, letting the neck roll down. Using that out breath. Long in breath, looking up, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose as we let the head sink down, squeezing the belly out, all the air out, really paying attention to the breath, looking in, up, long breath out, breathing all the air out, squeezing the belly out now. Breathing in, coming back to neutral position. Breathing up, left ear to left shoulder, not pushing. Breathing in, back to the center. And out, over to the right. Not shrugging those shoulders up to meet the ear. Breathing in, being neutral. Out, back to the left. We're not pushing too far. Just think over time, if you do this one regularly, breathing in, being tall, that's just going to naturally open up. I'm not trying to do it all in one day. Okay, breathing in, back to the middle. Breathing out, chin down. Breathing in, we're rotating round to the left, looking up. Round and down. Back the other way. As we breathe in, we look up. As we breathe out, we roll down. Again, trying to keep those shoulders down. Breathe in, look up. Out, rotate, back down. Last one. Breathing in, looking up. And out, down. Just going to shrug those shoulders up and down, up and down. One more up, pinning them down, relaxing them there. Okay, so now we're going to come onto the mat. We're going to do some yogic breathing, okay? So I'm going to go side on so you can really see what we're doing here. Okay, so we're gonna start just hugging our knees to our chest, all right? Just notice as you breathe in, you fill up the belly. Notice the belly press against the legs, really push against the legs, no strain though, just fill up the belly. As you breathe out, notice that pressure just release, squeeze all the air out. We're just getting into that belly, breathing, and out. From here, we're going to place our legs flat on, our feet flat on the floor, knees to this, in this nice bent position, okay? Hands on our ribs, okay? So we're going to breathe in. What we want to do now here, so if you just look at my ribs for a second, this is ribs up, all right? Notice my ribs are up here. We want to get those ribs down, all right? So we want the back flat, but we also want the ribs flat down. So at the moment they're probably up like this. We want to spread them out and down with our breath. So breathing in, filling up the belly, the chest. As we breathe out, just use your hands to allow yourself to get that position right. Flatten the ribs down. In this position, your chin will need to come up, that's fine. It's very hard to have a flat neck and a flat lower back. Breathing in and out. Lowering those ribs. So you can have a cushion here if you need one for your head. Then you can be a bit more comfortable. Breathing in, filling up the belly. And out. Lowering those ribs to the floor. Taking your time. Every time you do this, take your time and master it, because this is your neutral position, okay? This is your neutral spine position. This position work is the work. The strength work just reinforces this position. So from here, we're going to keep those ribs flat, back flat to the floor. We're going to lift the knees up, okay? Hugging the left knee to the chest. We're going to straighten the right leg out. This is our core work. Breathe into the belly. Flatten the ribs down, flat lower back to the floor. We're going to try and go out to 45 degrees, and we're just going to hold there. If you can't hold the back flat, come a bit higher, or maybe bend the knees, okay? So maybe a starting point for some of you is just a bent knee out here. All right, and that's challenging enough, okay? You want to straighten the leg, that's great. Coming back, changing legs. So maybe you start with that bent leg, all right? If that's challenging, or a straight leg, a little bit more challenging, all right? But the main point, keeping the ribs down, the belly, the back flat on the floor, all right? Coming back. You can make this one more challenging if you want. Start at 45, you can go a little lower if you want. Big breaths into that belly. That's where the work is, coming back. Keeping these holds, the quality. I'm not going too long. The work is there though. I can feel the challenge at 45, so I would say that's enough, all right? Coming back, we're just going to do one more, all right? Back flat, ribs down, breathing into the belly. Coming back when you need to. Changing sides. Coming back to the middle, excellent. All right. From there, feet flat on the floor. We're just going to go into some yogic breathing now. So, hands on, one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. We're breathing in, we feel the belly filling up. As we breathe out, feel the belly coming down, emptying out. Closing your eyes now, breathing through the nose. Breathing in, feeling the belly fill up, press out into the hand. Breathing out. Really breathing out, squeezing the belly out. Naturally, you'll notice now the breath as it fills up will come into the belly. A long breath out, squeezing it out. Carrying on with that, now we're noticing the ribs. Hands on the ribs, belly fills up. Now the ribs start to move as we breathe into the rib cage. And out. Noticing the ribs coming down. Keep squeezing the air out as the belly empties, no forcing. Long breath in, belly fills up, chest fills up right up to the collarbone now. Notice that all moving. As we breathe out, notice it coming down, squeezing out. One more full breath in. Breathing out, releasing the arms, palms to the sky. We're just going to relax here, paying attention to the breath now. And we're just going to pay attention to the breath as it comes in the nostrils. We're just letting go now. No control now, just let go for a few minutes and just pay attention to the breath in the nostrils, the sensations of the air as it comes in and out. And just allow it to become more and more gentle. Just letting go. Feeling that sense of satisfaction. Maybe having a gentle smile as you breathe out, letting this smile just radiate through the body. Noticing the temperature of the air as it comes in the nostrils, a little bit cooler as we breathe in, a little bit warmer as we breathe out. And just pay attention to this for a little while. Coming back to the breath. Now we're just going to pay attention to just a lovely, slow, gentle exhale. Just completely letting go now. Coming back to the body now, so just squeezing your hands, wriggling your toes. And gently, when you're ready, rolling over to the right hand side, or if you're on a chair, just making your way up. Keeping your eyes closed if you can. Coming back to a nice comfortable sitting position. Paying attention to how the body feels. Gently rubbing our hands together, noticing how that warmth in the hands. All right, we're going to place the hands over the eyes, noticing the warmth of the hands before the hands. Gently open the hands. Gently open the eyes and lower the hands. Thanks for taking the time to do this morning. I hope you enjoyed it, and like I was saying before, don't push hard in this. It's just over time everything will just open up, everything will strengthen. Have a lovely day.